Thank you, Tamar. Boker Tov. Good morning. I would like to take a moment to thank the Jerusalem Post for hosting this conference here in New York again. Thank you to Eli, Ofir, Tzvika, Chaim, Hanan, and your entire team for your tireless effort to be putting on this important conference year after year. It is a privilege to be able to speak here mostly every year since 2017, and I can see here Minister Naveh and others. Good morning, mayors, Boker Tov lekulam. My friends, there has been a lot of changes since my speech last year. The most important, we are creating a new Middle East, a Middle East without Hezbollah and Nasrallah, without Sinwar, and soon without Hamas. Big changes take time, but this accomplishment has come at a high price. With your permission, my friends, over 850 brave, young, beautiful soldiers have given up their life to ensure this new Middle East and the security of the State of Israel. But before we speak more about the new Middle East, we must look at the past year here in the United States. אנחנו תמיד אוהבים להגיד מה נשתנה. ובכן, first of all, we all have seen the horrific photos from the streets here, right here in Manhattan, last year, and especially on the campuses and the universities. Just last week, the wild mobs strikes again at Columbia, breaking into the library while vandalizing the tables and physically assaulting campus security. I am grateful to see that majority of Americans don't agree with this behavior. But my friends, this is a real threat. Many, and you should know, I'm very honest usually, you should know that many of these well-organized protests have been supported by Qatar. I believe it hasn't gotten better since President Trump has taken office and put pressure on the universities. Thank you, President Trump. But as I said here on this stage last year, these mobs are using the American democracy to destroy it, and it must be stopped. Well, from campuses to the Middle East, with your permission, there is a lot of work that needs to get done, but I am optimistic it can be happen. But there is one condition. Only if those that terrorize all of us are destroyed. We are almost in month 19 of this war with Hamas in the Gaza Strip. And the two main goals of this war are still relevant. Hamas and their friends in Qatar must release the remaining 58 hostages. And I mean all of them, and I mean now. If Qatar, if they really want to help Hamas negotiate, then they know what they need to do, as we saw it last week with the release of Idan Alexander. I'm saying to you, to all of you, and to the Qataris as well, here from New York this morning, Qatar should be using their money to rebuild Gaza above ground, not below. Hamas must also put down weapons and leave the Gaza Strip. They can't be a military or political party anymore. And my friends, I am saying here today, free Gaza. Free Gaza from Hamas. Well, we don't want to continue this war. We don't want to be in Gaza. But we must to prevent another October 7th, as the Qatar-funded tunnels are still 70% of the tunnels in the Gaza Strip. My friends, if Hamas would put down their weapons and release our brothers, the people of Gaza would have the opportunity to live in peace and rebuild. The opportunities are endless. And I can say it this morning, actually, that Gaza can be like the Emirates if they want to. The same in Judea and Samaria with the Palestinians. When I was a minister of regional cooperation, I approached the Palestinians to work with us on water tech, agriculture, and tourism. But they refused to work with us. Just exactly like they refused in 78 years ago at the United Nations when they were offered a two-state solution. Instead, of course, or instead of accepting Resolution 181, they committed terrorist acts. Instead of focusing on destruction, they should be educating their children to live in peace and note how to kill more Jews, or to educate their children that Jews are pigs and monkeys. This is not the right way to achieve peace. And we will, by the way, my friends, the Israelis, all of us, and I suppose that you as well, we all still waiting for Abu Mazen to condemn the horrific terrorist act that happened just less than 1 week in Samaria, where Tse'ela Gez, a pregnant woman, murdered. And we are almost 4 days after the terror attack, and he still haven't condemned. This is unacceptable. He is the leader of the Palestinian Authority. He should condemn it, and he is not doing it. A pregnant woman on her way to the hospital. Tse'ela Gez, Hashem Yikom Dama. So I'm saying here to another one of our neighbors, the Lebanese people, don't rebuild Hezbollah. Come to the negotiation table and join the Abraham Accords. We don't have any territorial disagreeing with you, with the Lebanese. We just don't want the Iranian proxy on our border or in Lebanon anymore. And as I said before about Gaza, I'm saying here today about Lebanon. Free Lebanon, freedom from Hezbollah. Just like Lebanon, we don't want to be in war with Syria. Syria, since the Assad regime fell earlier this year, Syria has been something of continued concern. The real test of what will happen can't be based on his declarations, but be judged based on his actions. He must stop butchering our brothers, the Druze community in Syria. As I told to the head of the Druze community here, Sheikh Tarif, he came to visit me in the consulate a few weeks ago. I said, you are all family and will continue to protect you. My friends, we are willing for peace. We are willing for peace with Syria, but under the condition that killing must stop and the Golan Heights stays in Israel's hands forever. It has historically been in Jewish hands, except for 19 years of Syrian occupation from 1948 to June 1967. And we will never withdraw from the Golan Heights, so if they want peace, they are more than welcome. Peace for peace, period. So, my friends, with the rise of anti-Semitism around the world, the new Middle East being created in front of our eyes, what does our future look like? Well, since October 7th, we have seen Jews of all practices and beliefs come together with shared understandings, and understanding that we must continue to unite our values, faith, and resilience. I am always saying unity first. We have enough enemies around us to fight. We can argue, we can disagree, but we must always remember, we are one nation, Am Echad. My friends, we are continuing to pray to demand the release of all remaining 58 hostages who are being held in the dungeons of Gaza. We are saying from here, from New York, to our heroes, the brave IDF and security forces who are currently risking their lives fighting in the Gaza Strip right now. We hug you, we admire you, and we salute you. May we always remember to say, Am Israel Chai, the Jewish people live and will always live. Thank you so much. Toda Rabba. Thank you so much. Toda.